Blaine couple is helping to save hundreds of abandoned children. They emptied what little savings they had to start a mission and a movement.
Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is James. Hey, you know that you don't have to be rich to give back to the community. You don't have to be wealthy or have enough money in the bank to be able to give back to the country or even to people that need it the most, right? This story is one of the heartwarming stories I ever heard out of my country, Liberia. Liberia is one of the toughest countries in the world, the toughest country in the world, and one of the poorest countries in the world also. It ranks number 8, 8 when it comes to poorest country in the world. And in Africa, it is among one of the poorest, and it is one of the oldest countries in West Africa. Surviving the country is a headache. You know, people have to depend on agriculture. They have to depend on transportation, businesses to survive. So when I saw this story coming from a disabled couple in the United States, giving back to help disabled people in Liberia, is a very eye-awakening, right? Because the country is already hard enough. Liberia is already hard enough. Just imagine being disabled in the country. Your life is pretty much over at that time. Because unless somebody trying to help you, or trying to give you something, or trying to sponsor you, or just take care of you, or family member coming to your aid, it's really anymore nothing for you in the country.
You know, so these, I think, were all donations.
Agnes and Prince Cole know the struggle.
And living in Africa with disability was really, really hard. I went through a lot.
Agnes was born with one leg shorter. Prince became sick as a teen in Liberia and lost use of his legs and one arm.
If you have disability in Liberia, it's like society don't count you amongst the population. So it was very difficult for me in Liberia. I was rejected, I was neglected.
For me, I was taking advantage of Sarah's time, but yet it didn't really stop me from achieving, like going to school and stuff, because I knew that I wanted to be independent.
So the couple came to America.
And then one day she was studying, I was in the living room, a phone call came from Liberia, and it was one of her friends with disability, and said, "Oh, Agnes, we are starving. As I'm speaking to you, we lost 2 kids with disability because of starvation. So we need your help."
In a Minnesota snowstorm, Prince went to TCF Bank and sent every penny they had, $110 worth. And
$110, all those things that it accumulated was worth it. Like I said, you don't have to have a lot of money in the bank. You don't have to have so much. Little you have, $20, $10, can really help those that in need. These couple just buy everything that they need. Everything come out to like $110. And that's how they start this organization. That's how they start this huge project they are doing in Liberia. It's a very eye-opening situation. So, the little you have is worth more to somebody out there.
That was the start of Disability Motivational Network. And in just a few short years, they built an accessible orphanage.
When we open the gate, sometimes we see in Liberia 3-4 kids with disability lying on the floor, and we can't send them away, so we have to bring them in.
Just abandoned?
Yeah, just abandoned. So most of the kids on the orphanage, we don't know where it comes from. Yeah, but we're taking care of them.
They now have more than 100 residents, 300 school children that they support, and they put 20 kids in college. Their eyes now are on adults.
99% of the hospitals in Liberia are not accessible.
Hospitals in Liberia, most of them are not accessible by wheelchair. Wheelchair cannot access. Wheelchair individuals cannot really enter the hospital that much. So I mean, currently there are some hospitals that are being built that is accommodating for those individuals that is disabled that uses wheelchair. But to find out how those kind of hospitals in the country is rare. Those are big government hospitals, even 1 or 2 in the country. So those clinics, they don't have wheelchair accessible. Like that just give you the idea of being disabled in Liberia.
Not at all.
So they can't even get in. So they just built a new accessible clinic.
This is a nursing station.
When you sad, you won't be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. But with positive attitudes, you can accomplish lots of achievements, in this life, especially when you have a disability.
This video be some kind of motivation that will kind of awaken you to be much more giving, much more, helpful. It's not about your situation today. It's about what might happen, what your situation is 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If you have a goal and you're trying to focus on that goal, you should go and do it. But on that journey to fulfilling your dreams of trying to accomplish your goal, give whatever you may have. You gotta be a motivation. And if you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going.